Here's another video. I'm starting off in very rough terrain. It doesn't look like it, but this grass is really thick, and I'm gonna go down a steep, probably about a 15% grade on rough, basically uncut grass and debris. Start the trip off. CSC 20-inch. Only problem that I've had with this bike is the kickstand needs to be tightened literally every time. When you drop the kickstand down, it loosens the bolt every time. I might even just take it off. Other than that, the bike's great. I'm on a 20-inch. This is really to practice my camera work. Here's a railroad crossing. Great thing about these bikes, man, you want to turn around anywhere. I mean, if you can walk on it, you can drive this bike on sand, gravel, dirt, railroad tracks. I'm in dirt right now, sand. Going back over the tracks. Going off-road. Some mud. I am still with just one hub. My last part, my torque arms came today, so I will go over the all-wheel drive setup in the next video. I'm just getting a performance run. Assist 3, I just flick the throttle though to get up to that speed. Here's more off-road. I'm gonna go up a decently steep trail. This is about you can see the hill I'm on at, probably about a 7 or 8% gravel and grass. I'm doing throttle only because I want to go slow. If I were to pedal, the bike would go from about 5 miles an hour to 11 to 12. That's how the pedal assist works. So it's very easy. I have a thumb throttle to just flick it to keep your balance. We're at the top of the hill. I'm going to have to adjust my front brakes. They wobble. I've cleaned them. I've adjusted them. This has gone on from day one, so that's probably one other issue. You just heard that. I'm barely going, and a rock popped up and hit. That's one thing I go over is if you're going to trail ride, you might want to watch your speed. Hey, how's it going? But just to be honest, folks, Weekly, you do have to go through and probably look at parts with an Allen wrench. The kickstand is the only loose thing that I've found. It looks like I ought to adjust my brakes. They send you a toolkit with it, but I tell everybody just buy a set of Allen wrenches. They're probably about 10 to 14. And that's probably about 80% of the parts on this bike. There's a thick grass going up, no problem. And I'm sitting on my behind. I've got a suspension seat and seat post, which makes this much better. Up another hill, throttle only. I'm only on one motor, so one motor is decent, probably for a beginner, but I plan on riding trails and I want the torque. The only bad thing about riding on trails, it didn't experience there, is if you go up a very steep hill, there's no weight in the front of this. It'll do a wheelie on you. It's got that much power. And then once you get off on a hill, it's kind of tricky to get back on. My seat's a little high.
Did you just tell them that you're the student and you do it? That's why it has such a score.
My brakes are wobbling. If anybody has a suggestion, it's the front brakes. I've cleaned the disc. I've aligned it. You can hear it squeaking a little bit. Pulled it off the... it was rubbing a little bit, but I centered it, so I don't know what the cause of the disc doesn't seem to be bent, and the pads don't look like they're... it feels almost like the dirt on there, but there's not. I'm looking at it, I don't see any voltage. And it doesn't do it at low speed, it's fine. Once it's about 15 miles an hour, and you have to brake. So I plan my routes. And drive very conservatively. That's the other thing, these brakes are pretty good, but I would plan where you're going, because you don't want to really make a hard stop on something like this constantly. It's heavy. I think I probably need 200 millimeter plus brakes on something like this. You can pretty much see, you can go anywhere. That's the great thing about this. You go off-road to turn around. You get to places very quickly with it. I've got to teach you how to turn really tight. I might have to remove the kickstand. This kickstand is just shaking loose from me just driving this. A little bit of a water break. I rode yesterday and today. I've got about 15 miles on it, and I have not used up a bar. And I'm throttling on this video. I pedaled probably the first 10, pedal assist 3, 6th gear. I stay in that just about everywhere. You can get up to 20 miles an hour pretty easily, even going up decently steep hills. And it's a very mild workout. Going through town. Life's pretty maneuverable too. I'm gonna go up that very steep hill, but this time I'm gonna go through pretty much like uncut grass and just wood chips. So this is up a decently steep hill, one motor. It's wet too. You can see I'm not having any problem. I'm going up probably a 10-12% grade. And no problem. Just the places you can get to, folks. I also suggest if you're not, I'm a big dude. I'm big as in my legs are long and everything. 6'1", my inseam's 33 or 34, and I'm on a 20-inch, and it's fine for me. And I'm doing pretty heavy trails, and I'm not having any problem with it being any more unsteady than I could imagine a 26-inch. They might ride over the bumps a little bit better, but that's all subjective because you can buy Cloud9 seats and really expensive seat posts. I've got maybe a $30 seat post, $20 like a Cloud9 knockoff. Drastic improvement on the ride. I mean, drastic. My behind was sore the first 2 or 3 days to the point where that was making me stop riding. I had some padded underwear. I don't even need to use it anymore now because I'm used to it. You do get a good workout, folks. You want a light workout? Put it on pedal assist 4 and 5. You want a mild, consistent workout? Pedal assist 3 to me is perfect. I'm pedaling lightly right now, 15 miles an hour, like nothing. When I dual drive this, I'm gonna have a 1000 up front. It's simply to do those trails back there and to climb hills, because this is actually the light stuff. I'm going to be shooting a video where I actually go on a tricky mountain bike trail. That trail I'm going to do is people actually, including myself, had to get off on their bike and actually walk. And I actually had to get off on this to turn it around and then balance it because it wanted to lay a wheel, and with me pedaling in this, it barely had enough power to do this trail. And I want to do trails, not to speed, but I am for the torque. This is a Marriott in the middle of town, nice shade. Folks, if you ever want to diagnose a sound on your bike, ride through an underdeck, because you can hear the echo. I found out one of the rattles on this bike was actually the kickstand that was loose. That drove me crazy. Just a nice mild pedal. 15, 16, 18 miles an hour. I'm not pedaling that hard, folks. And I'm only on level 3, so I'm at 18 miles an hour. probably a very slight incline to a 4 or 5, maybe 6% now incline, and drop down to 15 miles an hour with the same effort. And folks, I turned my pedal assist on 3 on day 1. I tried 5, it was too much. I used to bike. It's perfect for me. It's a good long workout. You're not sweating. You can get up hills easily if you can assist the motor, but you're going uphill so quick that you got a breeze, so it keeps you cool. Here's my braking thing. I'm hitting the brake right now. It works, and then it almost seems like it heats up. I mean, I know can't do it that much. I'm not braking at 17 miles an hour. I'm not even coming to a stop. This is going to be the way to go, folks. If you need to get exercise, man, if you had some surgery or been laid up and the doctor says you need to go get some exercise, get you one of these. You can choose your exercise. Why buy a Peloton? I think the Pelotons are $2,000. You can get this for $2,000. Get you a nicer one. $2,000 will get you or $1,700 in this case. The hydraulic brakes, the 750 motor. The frame is durable. The battery and the controller are built into the frame, so this looks very inconspicuous. Very easy to maneuver. Get worn out on your trip, you just turn it into an electric moped. And let me tell you something, folks. You can pedal pretty hard in this and then use the throttle just on like maybe 100, 200 yard area, and just you resting in a cool breeze. I mean, I'm in the middle of summer. I know it's late out, but it's 80 degrees outside. I'm in a long sleeve shirt in case I wipe out. I'm not sweating. Pedaling a little less because I'm shooting this video, but I'm still pedaling 65% of the time. I'm out, stuck in COVID for the last year and a half, playing video games. And I dropped weight. I was at 158, even though that's kind of light, but I had a little bit of a gut. Now I'm at 153. So within 2 or 3 weeks of me riding this bike, I've lost the little microscopic gut I have. I dropped 5 pounds, 5 good pounds. Biking like this is, you're using a lot of skills, you're having to use your balance and your senses, and you can pedal. So you're getting exercise. My legs were sore the first 2 or 3 days. I'm somebody that used to bike, so, you're not really, if you don't want to use it as a moped, you can use it as a normal bike. I'll probably turn the pedal assist down to 1 when it's cool outside. But I'm not out here to sweat, break my behind. It's very peaceful on these things too, because it's quiet. You can go there's some woods. 19 minutes, so I've ridden, who knows, 2 or 5, I guess 2 miles, maybe 1.8. I don't really pay as much attention to it. I did at the beginning to get the battery range. at? I started at 89. So I'm at 16 miles from the last video. And I've gone 16 miles and I've still got a full power bar. So just to give you an idea. And I'm using the throttle a little bit more on these videos to keep my speed down, because if I pedal, like I said, you get going pretty quick. Oh, and one good thing, folks, I got my second COVID shot last week, and man, I felt sick. Felt flu-like symptoms. The first one didn't bug me. Hell, I went out for a bike ride on this thing, and I felt better. There's the graveyard again. I'm going to go up a very steep part of it. These are the type of trails I like to ride. So, and I've got two. So I'm going up probably from the start back there, 100, 125, 150 yard, pretty much gravel hill. I'm not having any problem. You gotta, watch your balance, because these fat tires are actually pretty good, but when you're on gravel, the tires can skim and slide just a little bit. But anybody that's biked a long time is probably used to it, especially anybody, if you've mountain biked and gone fast through trails, you have no problem. I'm probably on what most people are going to do. Like, this is going to be their worst conditions they ride on, is what I'm riding on, and it's easy. I'm in thick, semi-cut grass, gravel, trail ends, grass. There's the little dog I met last week. We're shooting a video. Hey, he's on it now. Look at this little dog right here. Last time I saw him, his legs were too small to walk, and he likes me. Come here, you. Hey, see, he's not like growling or nipping or anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you. Gotta stop and play with the dog. This is a cutie right here. Gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Look at her smiling.
Yeah, she likes that.
Yep, I can tell. My cat likes this too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm shooting a video with this bike right now.
Wow.
So, and then I'm gonna put it on YouTube.
Oh.
I'll give you
What's
one.
your channel?
Flanagan Skywalker. I'll give you a card. I actually sell
wow.
organic soap too.
Cool.
I've got it in here, so I'm gonna start driving around with the soap, because I'm already retired and I use it to drive veterans around. But I use it to bathe my pets too. Yeah, and I'm James.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube and go on J Noom, it's Flanagan Skywalker. You'll see the videos, and he's gonna obviously be on it.
Cool, thank you. I'll subscribe to it.
Yeah, and you'll see my, I got a cat that I adopted from the shelter that looks like a wolf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's on there. And I'm usually into cars, but the animals in this bike are probably gonna get more views.
No.
And folks, one good thing about biking, you always meet people. I've met dogs, I've met nice women like this lady right here, children, kids, even Duluth police was smiling the other day. So, good exercise, you're out and you're meeting people. You ought to shoot a video with him right there and put him on YouTube. Hey, hey, come here, you.
Having a herding instinct now.
You better quit that.
Hey, no.
My dog used to do that too.
Yeah. I think that's corgi herding instinct.
Yep. I might even be, I'm trying to train my cat. I might even have my cat with me. He looks like
Yeah,
a wolf
that's so
because he
cool.
doesn't care.
Ow!
For some reason, he doesn't care about other animals. Even if a dog runs up to him, he holds his ground without getting like freaking out.
Oh.
He's already bigger than, you better quit it, you little, he's misbehaving because I'm around, showing off. All right, well, you guys be safe and I'll see you.
Have a good night.
Yeah. And I might have to cut this short because it looks like we've had thunderstorms brewing. And I'm on this, it rained bad yesterday. This, you could just see right there, it's wet. This grass is almost like it's got dew on it. And I'm in semi-mud, gravel, and wet grass, and you can see I'm having no problem. I'll even speed right here. There, 15 miles an hour. So, I mean, if you want to, I could go, you can go 20, 21 miles an hour on this gravel, which I can tell you right now, on a pedal bike, that's keeping up with the hardest mountain bikers. And that's without pedaling. If you pedal, here's our new library, and it looks like I am possibly gonna have to go home. And it's due for probably, I have gone 2 weeks. I can hear some stuff. My bags are a little bit loose. You folks saw my first video. There's somebody jogging. I bet you they wish they had this right now. But well, yeah, once a week, you're just gonna have to go through the bike with some Allen wrenches and just check everything. You're on something that's I've gone 34 miles an hour on this. 34 miles an hour is is getting hurt. Yeah, folks, all that noise I thought in the back is actually the kickstand. The other reason I want to get another motor on this is I want to get up. The 1000s can do the low 30s quick, and not that you need it a lot, but man, when you're in traffic, when you're forced out on the street with cars, I would feel much safer going in the 30 miles an hour than I do at 20, because you can keep up with traffic. I can almost keep up with them here, because this is 25 and I'm pedaling.
Put it. I'm already
On the sidewalk now. Very easy to ride on the sidewalk. I keep my foot hung off the bike. What's up, man? You're on video.
My guy.
What's up, buddy?
Man, I can't call him my boy. You put the double motor on there.
Not yet.
I'm waiting
All the
on it.
last parts just came in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm shooting the videos of before and after.
All right.
There's some friendly guys at the local town.
Yeah. That's it,
Maybe
man.
get
Every
them
day,
one of
man.
these,
Not
man.
your daddy crew, man.
Man, I've talked to women on this thing.
Yeah. Oh, I already know.
Yeah.
What that new library was in on down there?
It's pretty cool. I ride around there. But
Okay.
yeah, it's
Alright.
up and running. Yeah.
I'ma come
They
catch
have a
up with
video editing department you can use.
What?
Yeah.
Free?
Free. Yeah.
Oh,
You know what he said?
Music
Video
videos.
editing
Yeah.
we can use for free.
Hey man, take my car because I got a YouTube channel. This is practice. I'm gonna take my videos all up into there and get them up professional. Because I've got a car. I shoot car videos. I got a Kia Stinger that I drive.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir. Say no more.
Are you good?
I'm gonna take a picture
That's
of theirs.
cool,
I want you
yeah.
to save it for somebody else.
Yeah,
You
man.
gave them two. We work
That's
together.
all good.
Just get the.
Yeah. Hey, you can get the
That's
you.
down there, $3,000 bike.
No, 1700.
17 years.
Yeah.
It's only going to be about 23 with 2 motors
I was
on
gonna put
here.
them bitches on some Yeezys. Go color. Or some Roches.
Yeah.
North Point. See, I ain't just rocking with
Plus, you can get light systems very cheap.
But
So.
now,
All right, you guys be
Alright,
safe, man.
You do the same, my brother.
Like I said, you meet people, so it's a good way to socialize. You meet women too, man. If you're a guy or a girl and you want to meet people, I mean, that's not my initial purpose. I'd like to say I'm a decent looking dude, so you know, I talk to all sorts of people. Plus, I have an organic soap business. There's a 6-cylinder Dodge. Something my Stinger would destroy. Here's a nice car. There's a Lexus. I like these, but they're rear-wheel drive. It looks like somebody scraped him. And you can see how easily I just maneuvered through that crosswalk. I had to make a couple of really sharp turns. And like with anything, you know, practice, you know, I only spent about 10 or 15 minutes because my biking instincts, I used to ride a lot. So if you've ridden a bike, even if it's been years, but you are active periodically in your life, you're not going to have that much of a problem. Motorcycle riders, that type of thing. If you're somebody that if you're 40 years old or older, or 30 years old and older, you haven't ridden a bike since you're 8 years old, yeah, you better get somewhere, you know, a parking lot or somewhere, or right in your neighborhood, a cul-de-sac, and practice with it. You don't want to drop something like this because you never know what parts you could, quote unquote, F up, and that's the last thing I want. And one reason I'm not going to ride aggressively on the trails and speed too much is I don't want to be constantly having to do any more maintenance than possible, and I definitely don't want to be removing these hubs. I've never done it, and I'm sure it's a minimum of $100 for them to even pull this off. I'll go on one last hard terrain, and end the video. This is right next to a railroad track, folks. This is basically uncut grass. I can't go down that even if I had. Well, you know what? Let's see. No, it's too much. It's actually muddy right here, so I'm actually in mud. It's gonna get loud. Comes the train. Folks, if you haven't seen my other video, the internet is kind of fooling you a little bit. This may look small. This is not a small bike. Even it's the 20-inch, but it's the size of an adult mountain bike. The handlebars on this, I have not moved them, so they're from the factory. They're sitting about 2, possibly even 3 inches higher than my full-size mountain bike I rode. So just to let you guys know, those 26-inch bikes, they're monsters. I went to the bike shop. They're a lot. So if you're a woman, or if you want to trail ride and be able to do more slice and dice than cruising, but I mean, I have no problems cruising. The comfort level's fine. Get you the 20-inch. I'm glad I did, because you're going to go just as fast, and the range I'm getting on it is perfect. So I did 189, and I'm at almost 207. The battery is full. I just dropped the phone. Dropped my phone there, turning the bike on. And that's the end.